I just want to know, back at it again. CBD convention, CBD.io, Las Vegas, Nevada. Beautiful Las Vegas Convention Center. Joining me now, you might know him from the Cowboys back in the day. The Fighting Illini, University of Illinois. Give it up for Martez Wilson. How you doing, homie?
How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. I'm enjoying it. How you liking the convention, man?
I'm loving it.
Right?
I'm loving it.
It's my first time being at anything like this, so this is completely new to me, and I have no clue about CBD, but that's our whole podcast is about. I just want to know about anything.
Okay.
So being here to get in the concentration of this has been dope for me. So tell us a little bit about your company, what it's called, how you got started and all that.
Okay, that's good. That's pretty good. A little bit about me. I got started in the whole CBD. Actually, I'm a former NFL player. Played with the Dallas Cowboys and the New Orleans Saints. Excuse me. Got drafted 2011 by the Saints. So I played 4 years in the NFL. Then I had a real bad neck injury.
Okay.
As you can see, I had like a C5, C6 fusion here.
Wow.
I also have, I have a plate in my neck, and I also have a sciatic nerve damage.
Okay.
So actually, I ran into CBD by my own injury, and a random lady, to this day, just magical,
Really?
came up to me. She seen me fidgeting with my neck in Colorado. One day I was just at a bar, and it was bothering her, and she gave me some cream. First, I thought I was like, okay, I'm feeling a little better.
Right.
The next day I used it again, and it started feeling better.
Okay.
Like in my pain, it was where I couldn't tolerate it.
Wow.
And before that, I was using Vicodins, muscle relaxer, Oxycontin, muscle relaxers, some other pills they gave us.
Yeah.
But so I wanted to get off that. And when I started using CBD, I started loving it. So my path started with that in 2014. And then in the last 2 years now, we've been strongly in the brand.
Okay.
We have 3 stores in Dallas. We have we franchise owned it with CBD American Shaman.
Okay.
And we also launched our own brand in June called ITz HEMP.
ITz HEMP.
And ITz HEMP was launched because we wanted to get in the medicinal side of CBD.
Okay.
We're a manufacturing company. Right now, our first 2 items is smokable CBD flower and pre-rolls. And then next, we're going to launch some gummies and things like that.
Okay.
But our main focus right now is, after the flower, is mainly the study of the cultivation side of things.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And what we're doing is teaming up with some great universities in Texas. And in return, going to help us do research studies so we can actually really get down to what all the cannabinoids is and what they are and what they can do for the body.
Right.
And how it affect each chronic issue that we're seeing happening today. And just over the last year, I had over 1,000 people that I have seen. And
wow.
Every testimony, you can hear the same issue.
Yeah.
I wanted to get off opiates. I'm tired of taking these medicines. I can't sleep. I got sciatic nerve damage. It's sad but happy to say my injury actually, my injury and being in the NFL and have access to great physicians allowed me to have so much knowledge about my injuries to the point where everybody that walked in didn't have the same access. So my knowledge is very relatable to the symptoms and the problems that they feeling with their chronic issues.
Yeah.
Of course, due to my studying as well.
Sure.
So that's how the whole ITz HEMP got started, because I wanted to really focus more on the healthy medicinal side of the world, because now, since we can actually do it openly and it's legal in all 50 states, and now we can actually interact with it and openly share with great other scientists and other great advocates in this industry as well.
Right.
And
so
that's how it started.
That's huge, because I know, being an athlete myself, I played college ball. I tore my knee up my first year of playing, and to this day I still have aches and pains in that knee. I know other homies who play ball. I have brothers who play college ball, still have injuries to this day that are chronic, that don't know about CBD. Now, unfortunately, I was introduced by some other people who are in the industry, and the effects are amazing. It's really it's really kind of like interesting how hearing so much about professional athletes having these injuries and been giving medicines and things that are probably not the best thing for your body. A lot of people heard about addictions to opioids and things like that. Yet there's this weird, almost like a phobia in the league towards CBD.
Yep.
I don't understand. And not only that, you see that it's working. You see that it's not addictive. You see that it's actually able to help your athletes perform and get rid of those injuries. But there's still a slow adoption to it. Why do you think that is?
Lack of knowledge. So, and that's what the whole focus is and the angle that we coming at. And that's why it's so important, imperative, our approach of what we're doing by using the right higher learning universities and other facilities, it allow us to actually have other scientists, other professional people who have access to years of knowledge of studying, that actually even have more expertise and knowledge than I do, so we can team up now and use our brains together to help educate the communities. Because the more they know about it, once they find out the purpose and actually get back to being just a crop, we can actually start being more healthier as Americans as a whole.
100%.
And then it can start being placed in the school system. Then you can have universities opening up classes, teaching this openly, having professors come speak about it. You know?
So do you
things
see,
like that.
Do you know of a lot of, I'm sure you do, know a lot of NFL and other pro athletes who are using CBD to help them deal with pain?
Yes.
Yeah?
You say, do I know any?
Yes.
So I do. Actually, I know quite a few. Actually, Rob Gronkowski actually started getting behind it now. A lot of my friends, you know, that play in the NFL or that's retired players. A lot of players on the NFLPA that's older than myself. A lot of veterans. I do know a lot, but the thing is, we got to educate the NFL too and make sure we take the THC part away from it, and make sure everything compliant to all the rules and the laws. And to actually explain to them too how it helped heal us. With me being a former athlete, I seen how the Tiger Balm, the lidocaine, and I'm not speaking bad on them products at all. It's just that the products and the ingredients doesn't work as effectively as it should, and that it can, because hemp was illegal for so long, so it couldn't be used. And now we're able to take advantage of that.
Do you have you met with any NFL officials or anyone in the NFL department to start making those steps towards the education, bringing it in, and just getting them more used to the understanding? I think a lot of it also is just like there's not only is not the education, the knowledge, just not around it. Like for me, like I've never been around CBD like I've been here today, and have had buddies who use it and talk about it. So have you seen at least some adoption, some at least desire from the NFL to want to know what? Anyone you talk to?
I actually have. I've been talking to some people, I should say, but my approach is still to focus first on the foundation. And that's first making sure we got all our laws and licenses first in Texas. Because Texas is going to be a powerhouse behind hemp. We have a lot of land and a lot of people who are farmers. So after that approach, and then like I said, after we get the clinical studies and I'm able to go to them with physical data and supporting information and supporters. Like I said, like professors and scientists and higher learning educations, then they'll be more open to actually making it something that's very valuable, or a key product, I should say.
100%.
You know?
So it's like, I know there's a lot of like, you know, guys who've been suspended for smoking weed, finding in their system. But it's really like, and I explain this to people who don't understand sports and the whole concept. It's a private industry. Like, it may be legal and you can use it recreationally, but the NFL is a private entity. It's not legal in this entity, so you can't use it. But it's also kind of silly. Like, we know a lot of guys are using it not just to get high, but they're using it to cope with injuries, to deal with injuries, to deal with, you know, chronic aches and pains, oftentimes just to go out and play again.
So take me, for example. I'm a huge cannabis advocate because of the injuries. Like, it be times, sometimes we take a Toradol shot before the game, which is a painkiller shot. You may have a hit in the game and not know you hurt until a couple of days later. And you need something else to relax you when you're in your spare time, because you don't want to complain to the coaches, or you don't want to see yourself too much in the injury room, because we know that's the first way off the team.
100%.
So a lot of times we may be quiet, and it's just another alternative for us. So like now, the THC actually is what get them psychoactively high. It's not the hemp. Hemp always been here. It's all the same plant. It's just now we are able to take what's really, take the healing properties and use that effectively.
So I think I know one of the big things is getting the THC out. And I was speaking to a couple guys here about how they're growing the flowers to get more and more of purely just the CBD. I think also that's the biggest thing, people trying to understand the difference between CBD and THC and all that stuff. So with your company called ITz HEMP, right? ITz HEMP.com.
And y'all can go follow us at ITz HEMP TV on Instagram.
Get on there, right? So you got, what are you guys' main products again? What do you guys mainly focus on?
Our main focus right now is CBD flower and pre-rolls. Getting that to the shops, getting that all across over Texas, and as many people as we need.
Yeah.
Our second focus is growing our clones. We have a few genetics ourselves.
Okay.
And we're gonna be some of the first people in Texas to offer clones to farmers.
Okay.
And start our studies and studying our genetics and expand our genetic line.
Wow.
Things like that.
So when you say clones, what does that mean by a clone?
So clones is you can start. You take this beautiful seed, and once it start growing, you got either mother or male.
Oh, okay.
You got male plants, you got female plants.
Okay.
Just like humans.
Right.
The female plants they call feminized seeds. The female plants can produce clones.
Okay.
Where you use her clippings, you cut off the mother, you use the clippings, and you replant them, and it becomes a plant again.
Okay.
This is called cloning.
Ah, okay. Okay.
We have a lot of mothers.
Okay.
So we can clone a lot of plants.
I see.
Up to 2,000 at this moment, up to 2,000 a day.
Wow.
We can clone 2,000 clones a day as of today. And we about to expand, and we're looking for expansion. Okay. Like even investors, partners, other advocates, we need as much help as possible because we need help doing this. Sure. Because this affects America, right. You know? Mm-hmm. And that's what our company does. And third, we help farmers help their product get to the right hands of the right labs. Okay. Or say if you started a company, you reached out to me and said, Martez, I want to start a product line. Okay, how do you want to make it? Okay. Do you want to use full spectrum, broad spectrum, isolate? What are you trying to do? Okay. I'm able to give you them products with the right farm.
So that's like kind of like you guys do like white labeling and private labeling?
We don't do white labeling. We more of a consortium, more of just partners with farms directly, partner with the right people and strong providers in this industry.
Sure. So that's so it's kind of cool because you've gone from, you know, being a college athlete, professional athlete,
yes, sir,
and now you're in an industry that's getting ready to, it's booming right now and taking off.
Yep.
So, like, is there something you could, I guess, speak to? Because like a lot of guys, or most people, 99% of the population, don't have the launch pad you have, having, you know, a professional athlete in the background and all that. The average person just wanted to start up in a CBD. Like, what would they do? What would you suggest them to do other than just getting educated from a business standpoint?
First, reach out to someone like myself or someone else that's have experience and hire them as consultation. It's like any other business. If you don't know much about real estate, just don't go into real estate thinking you're going to win if you don't know the ins and outs of the game. Right. In order to play the game well, you got to understand the rules. Right. We are passionate lovers of what we do. Yes. So therefore, it's bigger than just a plant. We love this. It's a crop. It's health. Like in my household, for example, we don't have nothing pharmaceutical wise. Nice. Besides Benadryl, because that it works towards allergies. Right. Everything else my kids do, CBD or any holistic other remedies that I know that I'm taught through my family, my family online. You know. That's cool because like I know. That's the best approach. I think so too. I'm a very big proponent of holistic medicine. Everything I'm about is all about just nature can cure everything. Let me ask you, how would you start off if you was trying to start a company? What would you do? So for me, like I actually have a company I started. I own a coffee company called Black Brew. Okay, it's a coffee lifestyle brand, and I based it out of a passion. And that's one thing I noticed about you is you're passionate about it. So the first thing I would tell someone is you got to be passionate about it. I know a lot of people are in this industry just because they see the money, they see the boom, they see what's taking off, and they want to get on that wave, but you can't sustain that. Like if you don't have a passion about it, I don't think it's going to last. I launched my coffee brand basically because if you remember back, I think it was 2 summers ago, 2 brothers got arrested at a Starbucks in Philly for just hanging out. And I remember being at a Starbucks not too long after that thinking, man, I'm not supposed to be here. We're supposed to be boycotting Starbucks. And as a background, my background is in branding and marketing. Okay. So I branded and marketed other people's companies, but never my own. So having that idea, like, man, these dudes got arrested at a Starbucks. I'm at a Starbucks. And I thought to myself, well, make one. So I launched that day. Is it CBD infused?
It's not currently, but I've had a couple of people talk to me about putting CBD in my coffee. So I'm open to it.
Be open to it. I can help you get the right CBD for you.
Man, let's talk. 100%.
We definitely could do that.
But again, so to answer your question, that's my thing is like, I want people to get into CBD or whatever it is out of passion, not just because it's a booming industry.
Exactly.
I think it just cheapens the whole industry. And everyone I've talked to today, including yourself, are passionate about hemp, CBD, health, wellness. I've rarely heard anyone say, man, we're making tons of money. No one's talking about that. And I know it's lucrative, but people are talking about the crop itself and how well it's doing for them physically and emotionally and health-wise. So that's my biggest thing, is have a passion about it, man.
It is, because think about it. Everybody working in the shop, they literally say they're diabetic. They say, could it make me lose weight? My child can't sleep at night. I have bad anxiety at work.
Right.
I get tremors. Like, I got fibromyalgia. I got gout.
Wow. Yeah.
And one lady was taking about 20 pills every 2 days.
Wow.
And she was killing herself. This one guy was taking 100 pills of kratom. He said his stomach couldn't even take it no more.
Right.
It's like people that really have real problems that's coming to us. So it got bigger than just like just CBD. Like once you start seeing people really come to us as an alternative for a health problem, that's when you see the bigger picture of it.
Right.
And that's what it's about. Like,
if
your coffee can help,
yeah.
Some people get jitters from coffee.
Sure.
So what CBD does is control your endocannabinoid system, which controls your central nerve, all your nerves, your central nervous system.
Okay.
So if it can help calm the jitters down, the caffeine can work more properly, and it can give them less caffeine.
That's interesting, because I know a lot of people have asked me for a decaffeinated version of it, and most decafs are chemically made decafs, so that's why I'm not really trying to push a decaf. I can make it, but it's a lot more to the process.
No,
and I honestly want people to have coffee in its natural state.
Yes.
So honestly, adding something that's can kind of get rid of those jitters, like you mentioned, and maybe kind of like allow people to naturally enjoy what coffee is supposed to do, I'm totally into that. That'd be a good idea. I mean, honestly, we got to talk more after this for sure.
Let's do it.
For sure, man. Hey, you guys, check out ITzHEMP.com. Martez Wilson, Cowboy fans, y'all know what it's due right here. So, yeah, go check his stuff out, and thanks for coming on, bro.
Already.
Appreciate you, man.
Already.
All right, y'all be
go
good.
Follow the Instagram. It's Hemp TV.
We out.
Peace.
Man.